Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Thank you for being an awesome pledgehammer on Patreon. Justin, could you be any better than Matthew Perry? Jon Moxley cuts a cracking live promo in the ring, the contract for the AEW World Title match is signed and Dustin gets assaulted, and the first ever AEW Tag Team Champions have been crowned. I am Chopper Pete Quinnell, filling in for Luke while he's in Japan. Give us a like and a subscribe and press the eye above my head to let us know what you thought of the show, where you can choose from All Elite, AEW some middle of the road, SC2 out of 5, and what the buck? This is the October 30th, 2019 episode of AEW Dynamite in about 4 minutes. The show kicked off with a cold open of Cody and Dustin Rhodes leaving their private jet before Cody and Tony Schiavone entered their limo, driving them to the arena for Cody's contract signing with AEW champion Chris Jericho later in the night. This was followed up with a video recap of last week's Timeout finish and what happened afterwards, with Moxley having a meeting with Tony Khan, where Khan stated that they couldn't sanction Moxley, so his match with Omega at Full Gear would be a lights out match, in other words, an unsanctioned match. This is great for many reasons, all of which will be discussed in the WrestleTalk live review later with Ollie and myself, which I don't have time for now because I need to get this done in 4 minutes. The actual show opened up with Sammy Guevara versus Hangman Adam Page in a really great opener. This is the best Hangman has looked in quite some time, with Guevara really coming into his own as an obnoxious cocky heel. The pair had a fun back and forth match, with Hangman picking up the win with the buckshot lariat. Hangman cut a quick promo in the ring afterwards, stating once again he's gonna take Pac's head off at Full Gear. Back from an ad break, we get a debuting Shanna taking on Hikaru Shida in another really fun match, with both women looking amazing coming out of it. The ending 5 minutes of this match were really something, with tons of near falls and impressive moves from start to finish. Shida picked up the win with the Shining Wizard. Next came a video package for Brandy Rhodes, where she seemed to summon Awesome Kong from the depths of the 9 hells, so she's sort of a voodoo practitioner now? I don't know, but it looked cool nonetheless. Chris Van Vliet introduces the Rock and Roll Express on the stage next, as they were scheduled to present the tag titles to the winners of the tournament later in the night. But they get attacked from behind by Santana and Ortiz, with them putting one of them through the stage, which looked great. This is how you use legends to put over your current talent. Next, there was a long promo segment of Schiavone and Cody in the limo, talking about past memories of Dusty and Cody's mother and how it all makes Cody feel about his upcoming title match. This was a really effective way to make this title match feel like a big deal and put over the contract signing later. It was, however, a little bit long and it dragged a little towards the end. Up next was the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy versus the team of John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and QT Marshall, with the former team coming out dressed as Rick and Morty. This was a very fun, quick match, with Cassidy doing his trademark spots and Best Friends picking up the win. Up next was the contract signing, which didn't end in a brawl and a powerbomb through the table. However, it did end up in a brawl outside, as it cut to Sammy Guevara filming Jake Hager assaulting Dustin Rhodes in the parking lot. This looked brutal, and Hager slammed Dustin's arm in the limo door, which was sold amazingly by Dustin. This was rad. Up next was Kip Sabian and the Hybrid 2 versus the Elite, complete with Kenny Omega's Sans cosplay from Undertale and an amazing Undertale-themed video package beforehand, further putting over the story of the Cleaner potentially returning. This was another great match, with both teams utilizing some amazing offense back and forth, with Omega picking up the win with the One-Winged Angel on Jack Evans. Santana and Ortiz then attacked the Young Bucks, who were celebrating with the crowd, to further that feud. Peter Avalon came out next, but he was immediately sent packing by Jon Moxley, who came out through the crowd and delivered the not elevated version of the paradigm shift. Moxley then picked up the mic and cut a fiery promo talking about how Omega's blood will be on AEW's hands. This was awesome. Finally came the main event, with SCU taking on the Lucha Bros for the inaugural AEW tag titles. This was once again a great match with intense back and forth action throughout. The finish may have been the only sticking point in this match, however, as SCU picked up the victory via a small package to become the first ever AEW tag champions. It was most certainly shocking, but for a company that's had a pretty good track record of having decisive victories for important matches, it felt a little underwhelming to have a small package package be the winning move. Overall though, what a show! Great in-ring action, characters and feuds were built further heading into Full Gear, and the pacing of the show flowed perfectly. The finish of the main event is my only real gripe with this show, but it's not enough to bump it from the top rating of All Elite. WWE are teasing some huge CM Punk news. Press the video to the right to find out more, and press the video below that to find out more about SmackDown's catastrophic ratings drop from last week. A special thank you to our pledge hammers on Patreon, some of whom you can see scrolling below me right now. I've been Chopper Pete Cornell, and that was AEW